Hello chaps! So, I have a bit of a haul for you today. I did some shopping on Elf. If you're not aware of Elf, they are a brand who are worldwide. They're very reasonably priced, which is a big part of their branding, and they do fairly high quality products for a very low price, and quite a lot of their products can be seen as dupes for other higher end products. That's been questioned by some people, but you don't know till you try. And the shipping is free over a certain amount, so I did a little bit of shopping and I got some stuff in sales. So, shall we have a look at what I bought? First up, this is a small angled brush. I bought this specifically for brow powder. As you can see, it's small, it's pretty densely packed, and the angle is just really good for getting the shape of your eyebrows. I don't know if that's what they intend it for. I think it might be, yeah, they say on here it's for lip colour or eyes. Oh, or eyebrows, so yeah. Anyway, I thought that was a handy little purchase, very reasonably priced. It was £3.95, which I thought was really reasonable. You can spend so much on brushes. So I actually went on and bought another one. Not the same brush, this is the small concealer brush. This was also £3.95. Again, really densely packed. Now I've got a couple of sort of larger concealer brushes, one by Bare Minerals. If you know their concealer brushes, they're quite large and round tipped. And I've got a square-ended one, but I wanted a smaller one for blemishes specifically, and this just fit the bill. So, that's very useful. That's a useful thing. Brushes are not the most exciting things in the world, so let's move on to something a bit more interesting. I got a blusher. This is the Baked Blush in Passion Pink, and that was £1.98. Now, do you see what I mean about the prices? That's just outrageously cheap. Come out! Okay, it comes in this very simple packaging. I like simple with packaging. I also like fancy and sort of retro vintagey style, but I think there's definitely a place for simple. As you can see, there is a marbled effect. It's a very pale pink, and I'm thinking it'll be good for in the winter, or I can use it as a kind of a highlighter. I'm swatching it on my hand, and it's really quite indistinct because my skin's a bit darker at the moment, but there is a bit of a shimmer. I think that's really nice for less than £2. I'm really happy with it. I think that's a good thing to play around with. A couple of other baked type goods. This is the baked eyeshadow in Toasted. No, not Toast. Yeah, this is the baked eyeshadow in Toasted. This was also £1.98, which is fabulous. Again, simple packaging. This is a beautiful sort of coppery, neutral metallic. I'm feeling metallics like you wouldn't believe at the moment. There you go, and it just has this really lovely subtle shimmer, nice warm shade, glides on really creamily. I think for less than £2 that is really fine, really very good. And I got another colour sort of in the same family. It was the same price, the same brand, the baked eyeshadow, if I can get it out of the box. And this one is called Bark, which made me think of my dogs, so that made me happy. This is a darker coppery colour with a bit more brown hues. It's not quite as warm, it's a bit cooler. It's again got this lovely shimmer, and it glides on really beautifully. I'm really happy with those, and I think you get a lot of product for your buck, so that's a bonus. Next on to the most expensive item I got. This was £6.95, and this is the high definition powder in translucent. I'm not going to open it today because I've already got a translucent powder on the go. However, I have heard that this is a reasonable dupe for the Makeup Forever HD powder, which I think costs 25 to 30 pounds. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's around that bracket. So this is obviously a lot cheaper. And if you're like me and saving money is very important, it's probably worth trying this out before you go straight to high end. Also, it's a massive box. I don't know if you can see, but it's pretty sizable, which impresses me. As you know, I have been trying for some time to find a lipstick that will make me happy. I have continued this search. This is a mineral lipstick, and this was £2 down from I think £5. This was in the sale, and the shade is Nicely Nude, as opposed to Nastily Nude, which we have no time for. Nice sort of square packaging, matte black. Again, it's pretty simple, but in, I think, a classy way rather than a basic way. It does feel a bit cheap, but it doesn't look as cheap as it is, if all that makes sense. So this is a really pretty, I think I just crossed my eyes then, I feel a bit dizzy. It's a pretty sort of corally, nudie pink with some gold tones in it. I think this is a really nice summer shade. Very creamy, nice amounts of pigmentation without feeling dry and cakey, which is a problem I have with lipsticks quite a lot. So that's that. I'm pleased with that. It's a nice colour. Splendid, splendid. Next up, this is not a lip colour, but this is the Lip Lock pencil. Yeah, you use it as sort of a lip primer slash liner underneath your lip colour, which I think is really useful. And you can use it underneath lip liner and also underneath lip gloss, which I think is really useful. So I thought that would be a really handy thing to get, and that was £3.95 as well, so again I thought that was quite reasonable. And then I got a lip stain, which I like lip stains a lot. I'm obsessed with the Revlon Just Bitten. I think I may have probably 3/4 of the Just Bitten range, which is really bad. I'm struggling to get this out. Okay, so this is a lip stain in the shade Bombshell. The name appealed to me, I'm not gonna lie. I like violence. It's like a random piece of eyeshadow box on top of it. That's really weird. Okay, so what you do is you apply the stain end and let it dry if you want it to look matte, and if you want it to be glossy, you put on the stain end and then the gloss afterwards. So it's nice to have that level of versatility in one product, I think. I think this is a really nice rosy neutral colour, sort of a Your Lips But Better shade, so I'm all for that. I'm going to just let that sit there and see if it goes matte at all, because it's looking fairly glossy at the minute. While that's drying, I'll move on to my last two items, which are matte lip colours. These were each £3.95 as well. This is the shade Neutral, so they're just a crayon type thing, wind up stick. Much thinner than some lip pencils I've seen, so that's interesting. So this is the shade Natural. As you can see, it's the top one. The bottom one is the thing that's drying. It's a really nice pinkish neutral. It's pinker than I thought it would be, but it's nice and it's quite creamy. Not exceedingly matte, but again, it might need to dry a little bit, so I'm not going to judge it too quickly. Then the other shade I got was Praline. I can never tell how to say that word, I don't know. And that's a sort of a reddish neutral, maybe a bit corally, I don't know. So that's obviously quite a bit darker. I really like these, I think they're nice. They're a nice thing to pop in a handbag and easily just draw your face on, so that's good. The bottom one has dried matte in the end, so I shouldn't have doubted it. It's a good product. I really like e.l.f. I think they're a great brand if you want to experiment or if you haven't got a great amount of money to your name. So I would genuinely recommend going on their website. They quite often have deals. It was free shipping because I spent over a certain amount. And some of their products, like their Zip Zapper, I got a repurchase on that as well. They're just really, really good, and I haven't been able to find something better, regardless of price range. So I would for sure go and check e.l.f. out. Also, their name is e.l.f. That's a great name. That's like being called like Pixie or or I don't know, something else, Gnome. I don't think Gnome would sell as many products. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I have. I'm really pleased with the stuff I got. I'm looking forward to using it all. Have you tried any of these products? Let me know what you thought of them. If you like what you saw, click like, subscribe to my channel, check out my other videos. Maybe take a look at my Instagram or my Facebook. I hope to chat to you on here soon, and I'll see you later. Cheerio!